Hi, I'm Carminati. I'm working part-time at the United Way right now, but in 1995 I was the director of the Community and Economic Development Office for the City of Burlington. My work with the Champlain Initiative, actually my remembrance of the time is that there was a lot of activity around solving problems, building consensus, bringing people together to try to look at what are some things facing our community, and United Way actually took the lead in kind of formalizing a process that allowed us to do it. It's really my remembrance of where it came from. I know there was a lot of hard work. I spent months actually working with a small group that we decided to convene at 7:30 in the morning because that was a time when either we're all up or all sharp or all free. And our topic that we had to talk about was social justice. That ultimately, when we came down to talking about what makes a healthy community, it was like the economy, the environment, and social justice. And I was part of a wonderful conversation that took lots of months to cover. And what we came down to basically is that for us, social justice was that all of us, with great intention, were aware of, and we called it a dynamic tension. There's the things I want as an individual. There's the things that I know as a responsible member of the community I should care about, and there are things that I am responsible for if I'm contributing to a healthy community and this vision that we created. And so we began to talk about that social justice was really that tension, and that when we looked at stuff and when we made decisions as individuals, as groups, or as community, we had to think at all those levels. As an individual, what am I thinking here? As a member of this community, how do I think it benefits? And as someone that wants to contribute to the long-term vision of the place I want to live, how should I think about it within that context? And so having different lenses to look at different opportunities, different barriers as they came up. So I want to talk just a bit more about the social justice work that was done, because ultimately two things came out of it. One was we developed a training that we shared with groups within the community and actually other communities. And the other thing we created is we called it the foundation tool. And that was kind of a set of questions that communities should ask themselves if they really wanted to make decisions based on what was in the best interests of the community and the shared vision they were holding. You know, when I think about the impact of the Champlain Initiative, I think this community and other communities across this country, but I can mostly talk about this one, there is a high expectation that people are involved in making the decisions that impact their lives. I think the Champlain Initiative put a stake in the ground that when we think about development, when we think about housing, when we think about education, when we think about the environment, we have to think about it through the lens of how does it impact the people who are here. And I think that is one of the legacies of the Champlain Initiative, that social justice and talking about social justice is an expectation now, that we use that lens, and that lens is as important as how the economy grows and how healthy the economy is and how we protect the environment, that social justice has a unique place in our conversations.